spring bologna. What else do we throw in there? That's pretty much it. All smoked. Yeah, root vegetables. I bet you we've never done it.
Flavors derive from the hand. Always trying to do that.
Oh, that is wonderful. And then, but what we did is a few years ago we got smart because all of the vegetables were all put down into the corn stock, potatoes, all the well, what we did is we got smart a few years ago and we bought like 3 or 4 of those lingerie bags. Laundry bags,
That's right there, yes.
and that's what we put there.
So it stays contained.
So it stays contained, but yet it's got the whole little hole in it. The little water. And then when we're done, we just rinse them out a little bit and then we cycle and wash it with no detergent.
Time to make the donuts. Lake Michigan whitefish, freshly caught, freshly cut. Today, taking their last swim. I'll be doing a second swim while you're in there. Got her? Set them down over here for a moment. Okay, hopefully all of you have checked in up front to let them know you're here. Nothing's changed on what you're having for dinner. Second of all, I'd like to encourage you to remember your wait staff up front. They are very efficient at helping you to take the bones out of your fish, and they will wait on you hand and foot if you ask them. Third of all, I'd like to welcome all of you here to the old post office restaurant fish boil. I start out every one of these boils with a full kettle of water, approximately 20 gallons of water. Each boil gets a little less than a quart of salt. The reasons I have to keep adding salt with each additional boil is because during the boil over process, I throw a little less than a quart of kerosene into that fire to boil it over. Therefore, we lose half of that water over the side and naturally some of the salt. So I have to replenish that water supply and also add more salt to keep the taste in balance. And also that salt helps with the churning of the fish, the potatoes, and the onions in the kettle, because the salt has a tendency to make that water foam. And the foam in turn slightly raises the rate at which everything boils and moves around, and the temperature goes up slightly, just like you gals do on a kitchen stove with that little pinch of salt into the saucepan of potatoes. Same deal here, only on a larger scale. First into the pot, we put the little red potatoes. We snip the ends off so the water will penetrate them and hopefully cook them thoroughly. The potatoes cook for a full 30-minute burn. Along about 17, 18, 19 minutes into the boil, depending on the size and the hardness, is when we add the onions. Once we reach the 22-minute period or thereabouts is when we add the fish. To tell you a little bit more about these fish, these are Lake Michigan whitefish, normally caught off of the north end of the peninsula at Gills Rock, but on the Lake Michigan side of the point in very, very deep water, of about 60 to 140 feet of water, in what's called a trap net, a gill net, or a pond net. These three different styles of nets are used to catch the fish of various lengths, under various conditions, in various areas of the bay and the lake. The fish are supplied to us fresh daily or semi-daily by Johnson's Fisheries out of Gills Rock. They bring the fish to me in those black tubs on the corner of the building. A layer of ice, about 60 fish, and another layer of ice on top to ensure all the various restaurants up here that their fish are going to arrive in halfway decent shape. But when we get a hold of these fish, we take it one step further. We take that fish and we cut along the top of the fish from the dorsal fin forward. We cut all the fat out of the top of that fish and we throw it away. It's a piece about 3 to 5 inches long. Then we take that fish and we cut it up into 2-inch wide steaks, the tail of which may be slightly longer in most cases. The reason we bash the wood around the side of the kettle, as you see, primarily 2 reasons: high winds and heavy rains. The more it storms off that bay, the more I have to stock the center of the fire with a lot of your hardwoods, like oak, ash, maple, like birch, popple, elm, and so on and so forth. Then line the outside of that kettle very heavily to prevent the elements from putting that fire out, or the high winds from using up excess wood. As far as the wood is concerned, it does absolutely nothing as far as the flavor of the meal. It is used only as a heat source. Years ago, the boilers used to use lake trout for boils, but because it is more of a sport fish nowadays, we don't use the lake trout. We prefer to stick with the Lake Michigan whitefish, primarily because there is less oil content in the Lake Michigan whitefish. And the reasons that is because the Lake Michigan whitefish are vegetarian fish. They do not feed on other fish matters in the Great Lakes. They like things like seaweed, and that's why they are so mild in taste and have less oil content in them. And normally they do not respond to a hook. They may in winter, but not normally in summer. To tell you a little bit more about the fish boil in the way of history, the very first Door County fish boils started up here as commercial businesses back in 1956 on Washington Island as fly-ins, of which you paid about $1.50 for your meal, and also up at the Viking Grill in Ellison Bay, about 8 or 9 miles north of here, back in 1961. But prior to the 1956 date on Washington Island, the 1961 date up at the Viking Grill in Ellison Bay, the fish boils were done up here by the loggers, the commercial fishermen, and your local churches as fundraising on the weekends for their families and friends. You know, one of those characters up north got the bright idea and said, I wonder how the tourists will grab onto this one. And on 56 and 61, they did it as a business and it just took off like a skyrocket. So since those dates, there have been approximately 8, who at various points in time, as many as 12 to 14 of us, doing these fish boils up here at any given time during the evening hours. It is a so-called Door County tradition. It is also Icelandic in its origin. Any questions on our fish boil. Good. So if somebody asks you now, what in the world is a fish boil? We all know exactly what they all. Next question. How do you communicate with a fish? You drop it a line. I know. Did you hear about Charlie the tuna from Starkist? Well, because of his rotten economy, Charlie the tuna's not working either. They finally canned him. Why do they cut the heads of the sardines off? That's so they don't bite each other in the can. What fish pray? Holy mackerel. What song do fish sing at night? Salmon quantity. When did the fish say when it hit the concrete wall? Damn! How much does a pirate pay to get his ears pierced? A buccaneer! Why do mermaids wear seashells? Because V shells are too small and D shells are too big. What day of the week do fish hate? Friday! What do the fishermen do when the fish are not biting? They fish for the hell of it. What's the best way to catch a fish? Have somebody throw it at you. What do you call it all over the sea? Seagull, right? What do you call it all over the bay? Bagel. You know, us old fishermen, we never die. We just kind of smell that way. Oh, yeah. Difference between a hunter and a fisherman. A hunter lies and waits. A fisherman waits and lies. Fisherman's motto, early to bed, early to rise. Fish all day, make up a bunch of lies. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish and he'll sit in a boat and drink beer all day. I know all of my jokes, they smell. I'm going to climb up. I'm giving everybody here a haddock. No thought about it. Well, we appreciate you coming tonight. And we hope you have a whale of a good time. We also encourage you to check us out sometime for a breakfast. We do have a full breakfast menu with a lot of fine food on it. And I guarantee you the people at this establishment that their pancakes, eggs, Oscar Mayer bacon, omelets, waffles, French toast, sausages, hash browns, and ham will knock your socks off. They're all terrific cooks here in my book, including Mr. Larry Krause, who owns the restaurant. And my name is Earl, and I approve this message. Thank you. Now, you're welcome to take those sheets out of the box. It tells you what to see and do up here in the Door County area. Compliments to me. Most of it is free. Make sure you see 5, 12, and 15 if you can on those sheets. They are parts and they're absolutely out of this world, and they are free. And they're also, you will find miniature golf tickets around here on the benches for $1 off up at the Red Putter on the north end of Ephram. Help yourself to as many of them as you like. Now, I will be letting this go to the count of 3. The best picture will be around 4, maybe 5, and then it could possibly go out. So I suggest that you snap that shutter somewhere between 4 and 5 to get a halfway decent photo, if any at all. And because of these changing winds now, it'd be a good idea for everybody to be behind these benches, because wherever the smoke is going is where that flame will travel to and then some. When we are through here, you'll go between the two buildings and around to the right, into the restaurant, form a line, grab a plate, and we will be glad to serve you. If you are curious, I have been doing this for 15 years. Before that, I took care of the Edgewater Resort for about 5, 6 years with 3 housekeepers. And I'm originally from Chicago. No, we won't hold that against it. Now you got all the facts, right? Yeah. Okay, watch where the smoke is going and be ready to move. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Every now and then I get a seagull in the pot.
Well, more protein.
And this is Pat.
Do his jokes
time, and I drop green ads for you every year.
You get hazardous duty pay for that?
Yeah. Every now and then somebody says to get a real job. Thank you.
You should tell him hi, Joe. I wish you could tell him hi, Joe. Let the fish with no hi.
We just missed the whole thing. But she said we could watch.